Plum. It's the family are huddled around your father's bedside. It's been a while since he's been like this, but tonight's getting worse. That slow creeping paralysis that has been sort of taking over his limbs for the past year or two or so has been accelerating. Here, it's taken to his chest where you can almost feel him struggling to breathe. Healers have been in and out. But every single time your father was going, no. They don't know anything. They won't be able to help. Something... But he won't talk about it. He knows something's wrong. He knows this isn't normal. And despite any magical intervention from any kind of healer, it only brings a temporary solution. That ache, that numbness actually always comes back. I think this is the family is now sort of huddled, not in your father's room, but maybe just outside the small caravan where you are, and you can hear your sister and one of your cousins basically having that hard conversation of going, he's not reliable anymore. It's dangerous to have it. What if it happens during the show? What happens? Who should we talk to? No, should we tell Mr. Light? No. Wait, this will get better. I have a contact, and the muttering goes around. The mood's fairly austere. You find yourself sort of wandering about. Maybe trying to find some kind of solace, stepping away from that conversation. You find yourself in the back room, behind the scenes of the big top, right? As you're wandering through the set pieces, the costumes, the accessories and props. And then I think you're looking at an old poster, right? Back in the day, where you would see these two elves, elven acrobats, the sun, the moon, and you can see that this is one particular poster because you can see your father there. Sort of as a guest star, and he had this sort of thing where he was the comet to their two celestial bodies. And sort of as you're smiling at that, you hear not a whisper, but a psst, hey you. Psst, psst.
I'll turn around.
As you turn around, at first you don't see anyone, right? You're looking at, but this is the Witchlight Carnival. People are mischievous, and here amongst these stage props and crates and so forth, maybe somebody's hiding, right, and trying to get your attention. Maybe playing a prank.
Who is there? If you want my attention, you have it now.
Hey, up here. Hey.
I follow the voice.
You follow the voice? As you follow the voice upwards, again, you're wondering if this is a trick, because you can see there's a few props, and among them there's a few of these, I would say, life size for your height, right?
Mm-hmm.
Puppets, sort of marionettes, and you have all these. They're usually used in correlation with an invisibility spell, so that it looks like they're dancing on their own, that kind of thing, or whatever, right? But yeah, the idea is the handler who's his off stage name is Jenkins. Pretty much has been this whole thing. His whole thing is he puts out these puppets and the puppets come alive and out of his control. It's a clown act with a mixture of magical puppetry and that kind of thing, voice projection. But here, that central puppet seems to be moving a bit of its own, right? It can only move its head as far as you can tell, but it seems to be moving your direction, and it's sort of knocking its head on the puppet next to it to sort of grab your attention. So, hey, over here.
Plum is gonna cock his head a bit and be like, that is weird. Hello, little one.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Hey, who you calling little? As you come up, all of these puppets have names, right? And this one is Break a Leg. It is compared to the others who are very much sort of dressed and colorful and that kind of thing. This one is very much he's carved to be a skeleton, right?
Okay.
But he's got a skeleton, and you can see that there's a black spot between half of the basically he's missing a part of his leg, right? I think the whole side of the shin is missing, so you just see down to the knee and then the foot painted in white, but there's a black spot there.
Yeah.
Hey, and again, it's that break a leg kind of thing where the whole thing about is Jenkins would go up and this skeleton would sort of animate and go, no, I'm not a necromancer, I'm just a magician. You know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this little skeleton would go around and spook people and that kind of thing. But here it seems to be, and it's Jenkins' voice, which is weird. As you're looking around, he's not there. I mean, technically Jenkins was fired about 2 weeks ago for...
Jenkins? What are you doing here?
Oh, no, not Jenkins. No. 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 Look, doesn't matter who... You know what? You know who I am.
Well, break a leg.
Yeah,
right?
break a leg. I'm your buddy. Look, you're feeling down in the blue. I can see that. And you've been good. This whole place has been good to me. Jenkins left, now I'm free. So, what's got you down? This is a place of smiles.
Well, points to the poster of his father. Well, my father is not doing well, and he's a great artist. I hope one day to be like him, but, well, he's not good, and it's a sickness that apparently cannot be healed. He's getting less and less better, and apparently, well, I think he knows what it is, but doesn't want to talk about it. And I would like to help him. He's a good father. Sometimes an idiot like me, but as it says in the family, you know.
There's a clacking of wood and teeth as he sort of mimics a laugh or acknowledgement. You're not exactly sure. As you start, he goes, "Oh, well, that's too bad." Huh. Oh. I guess life is fleeting.
You see that he's looking a bit down. I guess you can say that.
No, I don't know if I can do much to cure him, but... Hey, buddy. You know what a shooting star is?
Well, when you see a star fly by and you make a wish, and if you don't tell it, it comes true.
Well, Well,
But my mama told me always.
well, that's all very true. All that's true. But how about we do something a bit different? Why don't you make a wish? And see if we can't make a shooting star happen.
You see, he cocks his head, and he's analyzing his emotions. And like for the outside spectators, you see that he's tired. He has been crying, trying to hide it, and seeing someone coming with a very simple, like, "Hey, let's try this." He just goes on his both knees and clasps his hands together and starts to close his eyes, and he's thinking about helping his father to get better, to the good old times where he can shine as a star again, to make his family and his children proud. And I'm
that's it.
thinking about that.
Hey, why don't you have a seat and we'll talk? As you sort of find yourself a crate nearby, the sound sort of fades away as the puppet and the acrobat start conversating. And as we move back, we just barely see black shadow on black velvet. Almost imperceptible, but for the movement of this shape, we barely see a shadow almost half integrated into the puppet, moving it around. Somehow, somewhere, a hag is listening. Hello, friends, foes, those undeclared. Welcome to Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Lost Things. As we enter the end game of this particular chapter, Yawn is somewhat behind us, as our friends have now ascended the long stairs up to a Motherhorn, the lair of Endolin. This is where I need to rehearse these things. Where are you? Yeah, well, Endolin Moongrave. There you go. You have made some allies. You have met some, including the the guy that is alongside you, a sentient dandelion, with whom, who is now sort of and is guarding one of a pair of twin acrobats, a young elf, young, by the name of Glisten, harboring a moon mask. From what you know, inside is her sister, Glister, who you've been not necessarily tasked, but who you've decided to go in
Informed.
and help. Yeah. Endelyn, this is Endelyn's domain. The last of the 3 hags that you have not met yet. And as you go up the stairs, there's a moment where Glisten sort of looks at the 4 of you and says, I'm not exactly sure I'm welcome. Endelyn was very clear about not having my sister and I together, on prophecy.
Do you have your ticket?
Tickets about no strings attached meeting her doesn't mean that I'm not going to be thrown out or... if it's all right with you, I'll maybe wait outside?
As you wish.
Just,
Sure.
if you find
Maybe
my
not.
sister, please get her out. And we'll be out of your hair very quickly. We'll just run to the Fey Beacons. Now that they're free, we can go home. We can go back to the carnival.
Do you really want to stand out here all by yourself?
Oh, she won't be alone. Sire,
Okay.
I will be sure to watch upon her. Me and Palanila will stand guard. As the dandelion sort of brandishes his rapier proudly, sort of saluting.
Good.
Mina will turn to her and say, and I'll be able to send you a message as soon as we're able to send her your way.
A well thought plan, that. Of course. And should you need help, we will be sure to barge in Rapier's Rays. Should we need to.
Alright.
Good to know.
Note taken.
My lady, we should maybe at least get you out of the cold. I think I spotted a spot where we may wait for a while. And they basically go back down to down the steps, to find maybe a place to hide out from the current weather. I will put you on the new map so that you can actually see.
A map.
Yes.
A map?
A map. A map. A map.
Well, a tiny bit of it right now, but yeah.
Yeah, a fraction.
Of course.
I'm
Looming
noticing that my token still has my old hit points.
Oh, that... I will try and see if I can change that.
And I'm in total darkness.
That is
Yeah,
not
because
normal.
the map
Tavaren
shifted.
is
the map
in two
shifted.
places.
Hmm?
There's 2 taverns.
Yes,
Yes,
I
now
know. I've been trying to...
Hit points.
let's see if I can do this. What are you doing? There we go.
Okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
Wait, maybe if I just take 1 point of damage and then add.
Yeah,
a
maybe
point of
that'll work. Yeah.
fix it. Huh?
Yeah, it does. There we go.
Okay.
Perfect. So it just needed to sync. Hey, technical. Huh? You are in darkness. Let's see if I can dynamic
No, I see
lighting.
perfectly, but
Yeah, but it's
Yes,
for
there we
me.
go.
Ah, I see it. Huzzah!
Technically, this should be oh, actually, wait. Is it illuminate? No, actually, this should be.
This.
I think Plum. Do you not have?
No.
No, you do not.
yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. We'll get to that in a second.
Uh-oh.
For now, I would actually have you watch this right here.
Don't see anything.
That we
Don't see anything.
Ah, come on.
Yeah.
Controlled by all players. There we go. There we go. That should happen.
Ooh,
Hello.
Sure.
nice.
Much better.
Yeah. All of my tokens have been reset for some reason. Anyways, back to the story, shall we?
That explains, like, because I noticed that there was like a weird diagonal line, and I was like, "What's up with that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's how the map is."
Yeah. So, here we go. Looming above you is an ominous grey citadel, hewn out from the mountaintop. The path leading to it is winding and precipitous. Winds swirl around its tower, and ravens cluster and caw in its granite nooks. A crooked finger of lightning strikes a metal rod protruding from the topmost spire, and the sound of applause drifts over the citadel's bankments. The mountain path ends at a spiral staircase that climbs 60 feet to a balcony made of weathered grey stone. You can also see just to the side, sort of moving in the wind, a large balloon made of a bulging rain cloud is tethered to a much higher stone balcony that is well beyond reach. The balloon has a merchant stall instead of an ordinary basket dangling from it. You've seen this balloon before.
Yes. It's the one that we saw outside of
Yeah.
Frog Castle, yeah.
Yes.
Some of us even had dealings with them.
That is true.
Indeed.
So, I would ask you, coming back to this position right here, you find yourself, again, there's a, the wind now as you've moved up from the stairwell onto this sort of little terrace, sort of round and beaten by the winds and lightning, and there is literally a door, and you can see nailed to it is artist apply within.
Okay.
The paper that on which this is written seems to have been torn away, and you can see that it's been regularly blown away and then re-nailed to the door.
Yay, the shredded look.
Yeah.
Oh, do we?
Are we gonna knock?
Would be the call to sing, I guess. We're invited.
You knock?
Yeah.
There's no answer for maybe about a minute.
It's a big castle.
It's
Give
a
them a
big
little
castle.
time.
As it comes in, the wind you can't hear anything from the inside. The wind is taking too much of that. There's too much noise with regards to the wind and the lightning around you. And again, regularly you'll see these bolts of horizontal lightning, basically from all over Yon, shoot in your general direction. The first time you're maybe surprised, thinking of some kind of lightning strike in your direction, but then you realize that it hits that top lightning sort of catcher at the top, the lightning rod, and that's when you kind of see through the fog and through the clouds these long dangling lines of Briganock hair. leading all the way up. This intricate web, sort of coming sort of to the point at the top of the castle. There's a creaking of wood as the door opens. It's not a. It's more of a as the door has maybe sort of sucked in humidity and just grown just a little bit more, and you have a goblin. Actually, let's see if you can. There we go. You have a goblin is sort of pushing with his shoulder open. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
We have an invitation.
Oh. Yeah. Sure. Let me see those.
I'll present tickets.
Okay. 4 tickets for presented.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. He sort of takes them, puts them into sort of side pocket. He said, "Huh? You sure you're not actors? Looking for a gig?"
No.
Too bad. He sort of looks to you, Plum. Huh? You smell like a carny. Anyway, no matter. Sure. Come on in. Just remember to wipe your feet. It's wet out there.
Okay. I'll wipe my feet.
I'll wipe my feet.
Sure.
As you move into, you can see that. So the castle here is. It doesn't look like it's been assembled block by block, if that makes sense. This looks to have been carved directly into stone, though you will not see any measure of. The blocks seem to be textured stone rather than actually blocks put together, if that makes sense. Though you do not see any signs of tools. You do not see any signs of cutting. This is smooth, almost grown stone. But then again, these are the Feywilds. Who knows how this castle was built? If it was built at all. Come on in. Follow up. The ceilings are fairly high, actually. For they're about 15 foot high. You have glowing red glass orbs that are set irregularly that seem to sort of put in that sort of low light. I think Plum, immediately you recognize these are the kind of lights that you will find backstage at a carnival or any sort of theater, right? That low light that does not attract the attention from the audience, but yet allows you to find what you're looking for among those crates and other for costume changes. Mm-hmm. But it's that low red light. Right. As he sort of, hey guys, you can move in if you wish. Please follow.
Okay.
As you come up, there's a sort of a heavy curtain, and as the goblin goes up to, he's a bit more of a description. This goblin, he's dressed ostentatiously, but it is theater costume, right? It looks shiny from afar, but when you're looking, it looks. If you've ever had a theater production costume in hand, everything is duct taped together, essentially. And this is very much that, right? The gold ribbons are just painted thread. The inside of the jacket is a mess, because this is definitely a costume to be seen from afar and not up close. And it is patched and repatched and repatched. Most of it on the back, by the way. The front is no problem, but the back is completely ratted out. But as he looks to you, he says, I'll take you to the meeting room, but in the meantime, if you just please be silent. Some people are rehearsing for the play later on. This way.
What play are you playing?
Oh,
I mean, I will ask in a very, very low voice.
You know what? Roll me a d8.
Okay.
I swear to God, if it's about Plum, I think he's gonna break the place down.
It's 1.
Oh, it's one of my best. It's called a tragedy at twilight. A bright light appears in the evening sky during a royal wedding. The light grows bigger and causes lively discussions between the revelers. Turns out to be a comet that crashes into the wedding, killing everybody.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, we've got the effect. Anyway, stick around.
You wrote it?
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I did. Look, I'm the director here. So, like I said, if you want a gig, you just talk to me, okay?
Okay.
Good to know.
I mean, you look good. I mean, you look really good as the king, maybe. Looking at Tavaren. Yeah. You know, that kind of tragic role. All that confidence brought to nothing by exterior forces you have no control over.
Oh, I don't have any confidence, don't worry.
Oh. Well, that'll be a problem then. Look, no matter. Let's get you to your meeting, and then we'll talk later. Yeah?
How is working for the lady of the house as a realizator? As a producer.
Yeah. You know, you want a challenge in your everyday. You know, you want the work to challenge you, huh?
Insight check.
Go ahead.
6.
6.
That's
And 22.
Yeah, it's a challenge. I understand him, you know? Artist life.
Yeah, Tavaren, it's let's see. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, it's very much he's being fairly honest. There's he's not too unhappy about that, but you know, when he says it's a challenge, yeah, it's a challenge. You know, it's the I think now you maybe notice he has in his hand a staff, right? A staff with the head of it is sort of almost like gesture like goblin head on top of it. As he turns to, yeah, I said challenging. It is challenging. What, you don't think so? It seems to have a conversation. Look, let's get these guests to the meeting room, okay? And then we'll talk. Yes, I know about the rewrites. I wrote them. Look, shh, silence. Don't disturb the actors. And so he pulls aside like I said, the heavy curtain, and comes down and sort of urges you to follow him. Actually, you know what? For this, I might actually just dynamic lighting, daylight mode. Okay, yeah. So everybody can see everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
As you step out, so despite the goblin having told you to sort of wipe your feet at the entrance, the corridor that you follow immediately opens up to this vast terrace of an amphitheater out in the open. Here, the sound of the wind and lightning are not muted at all. An open-air amphitheater is carved from the slope of the mountain. Short, colorful, cloaked figures sit on tiered stone benches facing the scene. Enclosing the stage are 10-foot-high stone walls, above which you can see the stormy sky. A team of masked goblins is preparing the stage for a play, while costumed actors huddle in the wings and recite lines. Lighting is provided by intricate overhead contraption, upon which several more masked goblins are perched. The sounds of chains clanking and gears turning can be heard coming from somewhere underneath the mountaintop. As he sort of, come on, what? Sort of brings you towards basically the center of the stage, the center of the plaza. It's like, come on. And sort of brings out the tickets, and again sort of, and in a voice that should not be able to project. As in, you almost imagine him to sort of, like an opera singer, prepares himself. But instead of a booming voice, it is that ratchety voice going, dear lady of the cliff, she who high patron of the arts, these are the guests that you were expecting. Tavaren, what the name is? Thunderstaff, Ysdred, and Plum. As you look to the top,
I know about your name change already.
I think it was on the invite.
Right.
Yeah, considering that you each have last names, I forgot them, but your name is in full written down on these.
Lady Wilhelmina Thunderstaff.
Tavaren's last name was a thing that they made up themselves anyway.
Actually, okay, here's a question, Tavaren. Would that, if that is a made-up name, would it show here? These are not sort of, again, these are not true names, but these would be names how you are known here, right?
I mean, considering that they're from the Feywilds and they didn't have that last name then, they just took it when they went to... No, it would not show up on the invite now.
No, but I think it would be Tavaren, Witchlight Monarch.
Oh, that's... yeah.
So you would have Wilhelmina Thunderstaff. Remind me, Plum, what's your name?
Plum Goldenback.
Yeah, Goldenback, definitely there. And Ysdred is just Ysdred, if I remember correctly.
Yes, she doesn't have a surname.
There is no... Actually, here's the thing. What would be the... Actually, no. This would be. What would be the appellation of your group? Now that you've gotten your memories back, is there any difference to the name? Is there something that sort of has put itself? Think on that. We'll come back to it maybe later. See if now that you have your new memories, your new background, if that changes anything in the way Ysdred sees herself.
Oh, I thought you were asking a new name for the group, but no, you were asking for Ysdred specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood the question.
No worries.
No, she's keeping Ysdred.
Okay. So no of the Spring Guard, of the pupil of the Lady of the Spring.
She sees herself as keeper of the spring, definitely.
Okay. Well,
And that didn't change even with the vision.
Okay. As you look up, he's addressing. You can actually see, and you can kind of see it here. There you go. As you're looking from the stage, as you're looking upwards, you can see, illuminated by flashes of lightning, you can see a sort of a dark shape looking down, and then sort of retracts from the balcony into the building, and there we have the goblin who has failed to introduce himself as Stage Fright, the goblin, director of ceremonies for this particular theater. Okay, let's get to the meeting, and well, I'd say good luck. He races up the central staircase and says, "Come on, follow.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget to wipe your feet." Which
is there another doormat?
I don't think there's a doormat. I don't think there has been a doormat. He just made sure that you wiped your feet on the bare stone. Maybe
Okay.
just doing the motion is enough.
I'll wipe my feet on the stone.
Yeah, there is nothing that is removed.
Mina probably grumbles under her breath. If we had a Thunderstaff cleaning stone, they wouldn't need to remind us to wipe our feet.
Fair enough. Fair enough. By the way, on the map, you will see some figures, some tokens for some. What you do not see is maybe 40 or 50 masked goblins that are everywhere, right? And again, they are sweeping. They are working in the rafters. They are moving things from here and there. But because they're sort of all over the place, I'm not going to be representing them on the map. As he sort of moves in from the theater, you come into a magnificent hall that is lined with stone bookshelves, housing a library of leather-bound tomes. You can see at the center, around sort of in these reading couches, you can see three elderly bespectacled goblins. Three elderly bespectacled goblins climb ladders to fetch books for three slender cloaked figures who are reading while seated in stuffed armchairs. Who saw the guest at Bavlorna's?
The guest at Bavlorna.
What?
Didn't we all?
I think did you all?
When we
We
were
all did.
tiny.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah,
small.
yeah.
All of you saw him? Okay.
Yeah.
Though everyone different, mostly recognizable by the size and shape of their hats. One has a bowler, the other one sort of larger, maybe sort of slanted to one side, pinned with a feather. The last one is this just hooded. These are darklings. They're very much the same kind of creature that you saw in Bavlorna's presence, and they
Do
seem
they
to
cast
be.
shadows?
Hmm?
Do these cast shadows?
Make me a perception check.
Perception. 26.
Okay. They seem to all have their shadows, yes.
Okay.
As the they sort of they're all of them are reading these slender black leather bound books. This one maybe sort of novella size, right? from what you can see on a 26, I'll add the fact that you can see these books are handwritten in a very fine and tiny script. So the books themselves are fairly dense, even though small in size. The three sort of look up at you, don't seem surprised to see you in any shape or form, and just go back to reading.
Has been announced.
Or more guests coming in here all the time.
Yeah, this way. Shh, it's a library.
Yeah, we've been whispering all this time now.
Between the theater and the library, we're actually having to be quite quiet.
Yes.
You too. As he talks to his cane.
I'm going to look around. Is it visually a library, like tomes of books everywhere, or is it just a room that they decided they're gonna read in?
I mean, there's stone
No.
bookcases.
So the as you can see, there are stone bookcases in the center and onto the sides.
And they're full.
They seem to be full. Though in the low light, it's maybe difficult to determine because all of the books seem to be black.
Oh yeah, the same shadowy books as okay.
And pretty much in the same sort of shadowy books that they're seeing. You know what? Make me a perception check.
All right. Not my best stat, but let's try it.
Ooh, pretty nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, not with a 4 or a 12. There's not much to see for you. Probably the low visibility. You are human.
I know. Not for that.
Right. Right. He sort of brings you to the to the end of the library, this hall, and sort of again brings you into a smaller corridor. At the end, he immediately takes a left into sort of a side opening, and you can hear sort of him going up a set of stairs.
Yeah.
There we go. Actually, on the end of his corridor, you don't hear anything from the, but you just underneath the, just as you pass by, I think you see there's a flash of white light, almost like lightning, though there's no sound coming from the other side of the door.
Yeah.
It's that blue-white, it's sort of bluish, bluish whitish sort of light, sort of flashing underneath, and just sort of subdued. And then, okay, come on. So please do not move, as I will move you to.
Holding time.
Yeah. There we go. Come on. There we go. He steps off at basically the first landing. The stairs keep going up, announcing there's another level above, but that's something that you've already seen. As you step out, you take a left out, and here you find yourself in front of some sort of amazing machine. I'm gonna try and. I have a. I do have.
It does have the same symbols on it as the totems outside.
You do. Let me just.
Electricity.
I do have a handout for this. Here we go.
So I should bring a little friend.
I like that art.
Let me just get you the description. Here we go. The cylindrical chamber houses a whirring contraption bolted to a revolving metal disc that serves as its base. Metal spheres and sickles are attached to the end of long metal arms that sweep back and forth, clicking loudly and rhythmically like the hands of a great metronome. The apparatus is inlaid with characters from strange alphabets, and smoky wisps in the shape of these letters rise from the contraption as it resolves. The whole device hums and crackles with lightning. Rising from the middle of the mechanism is an 80-foot tall copper pole made of 8 10-foot long lightning rods attached each end to end. It extends upward past a ring-shaped gallery that forms the chamber's upper level through a hole in the 50-foot high domed ceiling. 3 goblins wearing overalls and tinted goggles use brooms to sweep the floor, seemingly untroubled by the noise or your presence. Can I get a perception check from everybody? 10 for 21 for Plum. And that's a crit with the
That's
21
a
for
crit
Wilhelmina.
for, yeah. Hey,
Well
I had to
then.
redeem myself from the last one.
I think it's when you follow you're looking up, right, through probably following that copper spire in the center as you're moving up, and you can see there's a little of a balcony above, almost like a viewing gallery, as in to be able to look below. You see a shape there, somebody sort of looking down. Plum, I think you notice this figure. Tavaren and Ysdred, I think you're blinded by the flashings of light and the smoke going up. But I think Plum, you definitely you see something, and I think Mina, you identify the person. As you recognize the sort of wooden-ish features of a hag recently defeated. She's
Mina is going to smirk. Definitely.
She sort of pulls immediately back, noticing that she's been seen, basically, as this is Granny Nightshade, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
As Granny Nightshade sort of pulls, and this is, again, Mina, you smirk. Plum, you maybe sort of look at what's going on. You don't see anybody. That shape has sort of disappeared. Yeah. This way. And again, wipe your feet.
We lost him.
Okay.
Okay.
So the last thing that I heard was wipe your feet.
Yeah, but
no,
not
and
the
the thing-
scenes before.
And the thing before that was Plum, you, and then last description.
Yeah, so Plum, you know that there was somebody up there, but they ducked quickly enough that you couldn't identify them. Mina, however, did. So you, Mina, you have that information for yourself right now. And again, stage fright goes, "Hey, wipe your feet," and sort of moves into mind the workers, and brings you to the side here. Right, this way. The lady will be in shortly, I'm sure.
Mina will say to everyone, "Oh, and the lady's sister is here on visit."
Oh yeah, we've got quite a few special guests in today, and of course with you as well.
Good.
Okay. As he sort of ushers you in, you find yourself in a sort of smaller chamber. The walls are jet black, with gold-painted scrollwork where the walls meet the ceiling and each other. Ornate, high-backed armchairs face a raised dais, and an alcove at the back of the dais is half hidden by a black curtain. the door closes behind you. And you can, I think Ysdred, you can hear the patting of Stage Fright's feet sort of moving.
Yeah, of course.
So, anything you wish to do?
Tavaren will take a seat in one of the fancy chairs.
Okay.
Plum is gonna do the same.
Ysdred doesn't want to sit, but stays close to her seat.
Yeah, Mina also is a little bit jittery, and so is probably going to look around a little bit, look at the stone a little closer, and just look at the walls and everything, see if there's not obviously looking for it, but just because she's looking at the whole of the room, trying to identify if there are any trapdoors or hidden passages and so on. Because you're in a castle, you never know.
Sure. Are you looking with any special? Just looking around, or are you?
Yeah, just looking around, see if I can identify anything. But she's not going to actively try and tap on stones or whatever. Just eventually lightly brushing, but very much maintaining the illusion that she's just admiring the room.
Yeah. Make me an investigation check.
Yep. That is not an optimal roll.
13? No,
Yeah.
nothing particular. Though I think this is maybe at some point where you go up on stage, you want to sort of peek behind the curtain, right?
Mm-hmm.
You find that there's just a small alcove there, nothing really. And as you close it, you're going, oh, you turn to your companion. It's like, oh no, it's empty. And which is at which point where a hand reaches from behind the curtain, pushes open, and Endelyn Moongrave steps out from behind the black curtain. You've seen maybe. Have I shown you her art yet?
Painting without painting of her.
Yeah, here we go.
It has 4 arms.
4 arms, and that it sort of, as she's moving about, there's a click as almost not feet but umbrella tips, right? Little clicks against the stone as she moves. Click, 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 click.
Yeah, like a
click, click,
bit of a.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's spider-like, but with like.
Yeah, with umbrella joints. Yeah, with umbrella
Yeah,
arms. Yeah.
And there's too many legs.
Yeah, she basically looks like a walking upside down, a walking umbrella. But again, she has where her abdomen would be, where her you can see there's that empty space where constantly you see 2 figures sort of maybe dancing, and then but the figures will shift. One will be at some sort of large, small, different types of silhouettes. One shifts into a beast or a monster or something along those lines. As she keeps sort of manipulating, ever sort of looking towards the 4 of you, 5 because we have your beast, through that sort of long veil hiding her skeletal face. Again, that clicking of bones, it almost sounds like something mechanical. Until she stops and sort of veers in your direction, and says, "Seekers of fate, you have come before the dame of unhappy endings. Are you here to glimpse your doom?"
We
Well-
do not have any doom plans. Sorry.
We came as per your invitation.
Oh, of course. Yes. You were and always have been expected. How may this humble seer be of any help to you in this fateful meeting?
You see Plum looking very calmly, but the people that are sitting or standing next to him, you see that his hand is very tightly gripped around his hammer. Very tightly. But he keeps he tries to keep the calm demeanor. I am happy to see you again, my lady. Or I could say, would I have understand that when I had that dealings with the puppet that it was indirectly her I was dealing with?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, just to be sure. I have a feeling.
I mean, I would, and I'll explain, right? Which is technically, Ysdred, that ball, was never actually. Well, actually, Ysdred, you saw that. You saw who manipulated. You saw that memory of somebody stepping up and sort of
The
changing
shadows.
you, right?
Yes. Yes.
That was not Bavlorna. And we've seen that these three sisters have a tendency of stealing from each other.
Yeah.
So, for all intents and purposes, you have no idea who took the same way Mina, right? Mina was taken, her name was taken by a shadow, which seems to be Moongraves' MO, or at least pattern.
Yeah.
As opposed, so not necessarily.
Just a little side question. I humbly ask that there is something of mine that is present on your grounds, and I would like to have it back. Pretty please.
Lost thing
Yes.
found here. Are you here for a trade, then?
I'm open for discussion.
Good. By the way, please roll me a d8 quickly.
Bippity boppity boo. D8. 3.
3. Okay. As you see as she's talking to you, those two figures, one of them sort of dissolves into something of, you can see it's at the bottom of what this sort of stage, and sort of seems to be moving almost like waves and such. As the other one turns, and it turns into a small shape, smaller proportion. You notice that it has a large croquet-shaped hammer on its back, and seems to be struggling as it's slowly sinking into this wavy sort of substance, almost like sort of a shadow mercury. And again, you have two of these hands on each one of these puppets as she's sort of looking to you, and maybe inuring something about, as you see yourself basically being dissolved into some sort of acidic substance.
Okay.
A trade, you say? Well, what do you think that you might have that you think I might want?
I can share my tale of tragedy. I see you have a pretty taste for that.
Know all of your dooms and tragedies to come. I am a seer, of course, and tragedies are what I see best. No, you would not be able to trade me something that I can so easily see by my own means.
I have many things that I can offer.
You may all make me a history check.
Okay.
So, sorry for cutting you out, Mina, also.
No worries.
Okay, what do we have? Okay, we have
Take
a
that as a no.
24.
Don't
Is
forget your
it
inspiration
the-
comes back. Your inspiration comes back if you use it or
Yes.
not.
No, yes.
So keep that in mind.
Yep, thanks.
Well, thank you for our dungeon master to put that rule in.
You have, I think, Plum, you have a flashback. Quick flashback of three goats. The first one saying, "When the moon obstructs the sun, creeping Lynn will come undone." The second, "Play to her passions, stay on script, a cat, a horn, or a shadow ripped." The third, saying, "The fool's scepter is the key."
He gives a little smile and says like, "How about a play? I am a corny after all, and I like to perform. I cannot speak for my friends, but they already hear me sing, they hear me tell about love. I can act, sing, and maybe for a play for a lost thing."
A play. Yes. I would see the four of you on my stage. Do this and do this well, and you will find yourself rewarded.
Did we all get a reward?
You all will find yourselves welcome here. But my dealings are with this young man. If you wish to trade yourselves, well, that is entirely different. Tavaren, roll me a d8.
A 3.
Here, so because Plum rolled a 3, and that's, I'll move on to the next one. By the way, Plum, when they say dissolved in a pool of acid, I think what you see is a slime. You identify the you can see your silhouette sort of move, your puppet sort of moving into, and again the thing sort of moves, grabs you, and sort of dissolves you, and then in your place we see Tavaren, with that sort of again there's this small crown sort of floating above his head. The sort of a butterfly crown, very reminiscent of the monarch staff. And here, I think we see Tavaren sort of moving about, and a figure, which, for all intents and purposes, would the same way in Japanese theater you have that those characters all in black that the audience is supposed to ignore. is no to ignore. Here you kind of see the same thing. A shadow holding this way a very visible and real dagger, stabbing Tavaren. And Tavaren in a very sort of melodramatic pose, sort of again, very much sort of Shakespearean, oh, to the sky, then falling to the ground. And this happening over and over, every time him being stabbed in the back, in the side, and in the neck, and every time, so that melodramatic, sort of Shakespearean overacting as he falls to the ground again and again. Yes, we will do such a thing. Play for me, and then we will talk again. And completely disinterested in you, moves back, opens the curtain, steps into the alcove, and then closes it. Unless somebody else had something to say.
No.
What do you do?
I guess we're gonna
Yeah.
do a play.
If you want, you can do it. But if you don't want, nothing is forced.
I mean, she didn't say anything about having to have skill in.
She said
Acting?
if it's good, so
Oh, if it needs to be good, you don't want me there, right?
I
Hey.
mean, at the carnival, you were not bad.
No,
We
no.
each have our skills. It just we just
Exactly.
need to be working towards our skills.
You were very good, so don't say things like that, Tavaren. A bit more confidence, my friend.
I can be a stagehand, yes.
You
Alright.
see
Like-
Plum. You see Plum like thinking for a second, shakes his head a bit, and is like, "No, you will be on stage with us. You deserve your light too."
Okay.
And plus we can add a bit of fluff, a bit of shadow to hide some of your hesitations. We'll be fine.
Yes.
As you're discussing this, the door opens, boom, as Sage Fright, clearly breathless, right? He's run up the stairs, basically says, I just learned there's a cast change, and you're it. So, we've got about an hour before you guys need to get on stage. We gotta get you in costume and in makeup. Now! So,
Yeah.
wipe your feet and follow me.
I guess that's it. Did you think about something, Plum? What do you want to bring to the stage?
We'll see. Which act is it? I asked to stage fright.
What do you mean, which act? All of them! All 4! Come on!
What?
Well, a play's gotta have a couple of acts. You know, and always keep one in reserve. So, 3 acts plus 1 in reserve, just in case.
Okay.
Come on!
If this goes well, we can solve this without any unnecessary problems. If it goes bad, I'll do my favorite thing.
Bonk.
You mean the hags are gonna be here? All of them. That's
I
gonna
don't
be a
think-
problem.
I don't think all 3 of them are going to be here.
No, but
I don't think
two-
they can stand to be in a room with all 3 of them together very easily.
Yeah, nah.
Exactly. But there are already 2. And one got, pardon my fail language, gotten the shit beaten out of them. So it shall be fine.
On that note, I know it's a bit early. However, there's much to do in the second act, and I want you to be prepared. There is a mini game with the
Hey.
play.
Okay.
So, normally how things work is that, again, stage fright is basically rushing you down the stairs into the sort of behind the scenes. And there he's amidst the actors that have been rehearsing and all of a sudden learning that they are to be replaced, the main leads. And you can see that there's a few of these people already in costume and in makeup, and stage fright will literally jump up, grab somebody's wig and place it on Mina's head. It goes, no, and then go and sort of move things around. But and so it basically grabs Ysdred, puts her into a chair, and goes to the other sort of, again, another masked goblin, sort of makeup, and sort of all of this moving around. So what I want you to do as we look into this is we are going to roll. So we know the play, right? It is what we rolled previously. However, we're going to determine here and now your rolls. So for that, normally you should be able to, let's see, do I have the so that's essentially the lines. Oh, come on. Performer rolls. Okay. You should have, if you click on your, wait, no, show this token action. There we go. So normally, if you click on your token, do you see the performer roles? You should have a sort of a macros at the top.
Mm.
No.
On my token?
Here we go. There you go.
Now we've got the Feywild's trinkets, but
Yes, now I see
Now
it.
it is. Now it should be there.
Okay, yes.
So I would like for
yeah.
all of you to click on it.
I have.
So,
Oh,
Tavaren.
fuck. Sorry.
I'm not happy with my roll, but
Tavaren, you are going to be playing a mean-spirited servant.
yes.
Wilhelmina, an honorable knight risen from the dead. Ysdred, a high and mighty princess. And Plum, would you please roll as well?
Give me a second, please. I am clicking on it. Doesn't do anything.
Give me a second. It did it twice. I saw something about a satyr, but I just managed to click myself out of Roll20. So here we go. You will be playing. You rolled it twice. Oh, you rolled it so many times.
Never mind.
Yeah, because I have. So.
Oh
here's
yeah,
the thing.
Jesus Christ.
You rolled failed magician, drunken satyr, honorable knight, drunken satyr, drunken satyr. I think the game is trying to tell you something.
What
It's gonna
shall we
be
do
fine.
later?
It's gonna be fine. Okay.
You know what? I will allow you, in this case. What do you feel? I'll give you the choice between that failed magician and the drunken satyr.
Oh, drunken satyr. Like the game is literally saying like, hey.
Okay, drunken satyr. Please take note of that. These are the characters that you are going to be playing. So, fortunately, that the character playing the king is still very much, he's learned his lines and he's feeling safe. But yes, literally, I think.
Tavaren doesn't have a mean-spirited bone in their body.
Yeah, but whatever. Also, what will happen, and this is one I want you to let's see, where did I put it? Stage fright lines. Right. You will also find again in those macros,
no.
another button, which is Stage Fright Lines. Now, the way the game will work is that you will be, the four of you, improvising ad hoc a little play. And you have while being in character of your character, will need to spew out the line that is given to you in one shape or form.
Oh,
Once you tell the line, you re-roll to find another one. And this is a group challenge in a way. Every time you manage to convince me that the character and the line match the vibe, this is very much an improv game. Well, you get a point. If I feel that you've underperformed, well, I trust you. We will roll for the lines in a moment. But for you at home, let's give these folks a little bit of prep time. We will see you right after the break.
Hell yeah.